30 p.m. and time to know all that happened in South India today with me, T.S. Sudhir on Up South. Our top story today is from Bengaluru, where Mehdi Biswas, the man who used to handle the Twitter handle for the ISIS till his arrest earlier this week, seems to be singing like a canary in police custody. In fact, the Bengaluru police are calling Mehdi Biswas the first armchair cyber terrorist in India. Headlines Today has access details of what is now known to the investigation team. Joining me now from Bengaluru is my colleague Rohini Swami. Rohini, what are you hearing from your sources in the Bengaluru City Police?
Well, Mehdi Biswas has baffled the Bengaluru police for the simple reason that he's India's first armchair cyber terrorist. Sits in Bangalore, accesses the net. Nearly 60 GB of internet data has been used, and he has nearly 1 lakh tweets and 18,000 followers. All this without even being in Syria and showing his support to the ISIS. That is not it. They're also trying to find out more information from him. He says, Biswas tells the police that he was interested in such kind of terror organizations right from his young age or childhood. Now they're trying to find out whether he was indoctrinated or what was the influence on him. But more importantly, self-indoctrination at an older age, almost till 24, finding out details of what the ISIS did, what the other terror organizations did, and that too just based on internet data itself, is something that is absolutely in terms of a different way of how he could have turned out to be a cyber terrorist. Not just that, he seems to understand the terrain, the background of the terror organizations, how people react. More importantly, number of followers that he had, they were actually following him because he was updated. So loads of information that Biswas is giving to the Bangalore police, and is right now his police custody also has been extended by 15 days.
Right, so those 2 weeks, Rohini, are going to be critical for the Bengaluru City Police to be able to crack and find out more as to what Mehdi Biswas was actually doing for the ISIS sitting in Bengaluru. Thanks a lot for joining us there live from Bengaluru. Now, very disturbing news coming in from Hyderabad, where 3 people have died because of swine flu in the last 24 hours. And this has created a sense of fear and panic because people are largely ignorant about the kind of symptoms of swine flu and when they should actually go to check to a doctor. In fact, the State Health Minister of Telangana visited Gandhi Hospital this morning, where a specialized ward has been created to isolate such patients.
Yes, definitely what the person's district surveillance is there. If the patient is positive in particular family, we are giving effective treatment and isolation in this family, and we are giving prophylactic investigations and medicines to the surrounding neighbor contacts.
So entire year we are having 12 cases from 1st July onwards. 1st January to June, we are not having any positive cases. Only. Yeah, all are treated. They have discharged very well. They are followed up also done two times.
Joining me now from the Gandhi Hospital is the superintendent of the hospital, Dr. P. Dhairewan. Dr. Dhairewan, 3 deaths in the last 24 hours has led to a sense of panic because there's already a lot of cold and cough in this winter season. What would you say to those people here in Hyderabad and in other districts in Telangana state who are scared and apprehensive?
There is no need to get apprehended about swine flu. And the 2 deaths which are reported in Gandhi Hospital, they came in advanced stages, and that's how they succumbed to the advanced complications. And the 3rd one came, on the way the patient died and reported dead in the casualty.
Dr. Dhairewan, what symptoms would you say people really need to watch out for, and what would really be the do's and don'ts that you would prescribe?
It is like any other flu, but has got a propensity to have complications. So my advice to the public is that whenever a person is having cough and cold and high-grade fever with headache, vomitings and diarrhea, they should go back to their physician and get evaluated. And you should take all precautions, hygienic precautions, like having a mask and hand washing. Simple technique of hygiene will prevent in a long way for the spread of any disease, and that too is swine flu.
Right. Finally, and how long do you think this spell of swine flu will continue in Hyderabad and other districts of Telangana?
That is difficult question to answer at this stage because last year we didn't have any swine flu case, and now we had 4 cases. So if this is a natural occurrence because of seasonal change, if any case comes, we are ready to tackle that.
Right, Dr. P. Dhairewan, thanks a lot. We will be following the story of swine flu in Telangana state, especially in Hyderabad, very, very closely. Thanks a lot. The Supreme Court today extended the bail of former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha by 4 months in the disproportionate assets case. The apex court has asked the Chief Justice of Karnataka High Court to constitute a special bench to decide on Jayalalitha's appeal within the next 3 months. Joining me now is R. Mani, senior journalist from Chennai. Mr. Mani, a deadline set by the Supreme Court would mean that we would know the verdict in the Jayalalitha disproportionate assets case within the next 3 to 4 months. How do you think she's likely to react to the fact that the verdict will be known as to whether she can actually contest in the 2016 assembly elections just about a year before the assembly elections are to take place in Tamil Nadu?
I think this judgment will be relished by Jayalalitha. You see, the Supreme Court, while granting bail to Jayalalitha on October 17th and also today when it gave directions to the Karnataka High Court to finish her appeals within a stipulated period, the Supreme Court has not disposed of her petitions, rather it has kept the petitions pending. This is very, very important. It means that the Supreme Court is almost monitoring the case. As far as the giving directions to the Karnataka High Court, I think Jayalalitha will definitely feel relieved because she is almost sitting on a volcano. This is an unsettled position. She wants to know the results one way or other. So I think this decision will be welcomed by Jayalalitha.
Right. So, Mr. Mani, would it be right to say that the results or the 2016 assembly election will essentially be fought on which way the verdict of the Karnataka High Court goes in 2015 March-April?
Definitely. I think both the Karnataka High Court judgment and the Supreme Court appeal, whichever party loses the case, they will obviously go to the Supreme Court, will be out within 8 to 10 months from now. It means the case will come to a finality within 8 months to 10 months time from now. Since Tamil Nadu politics is revolving around 2 personalities, Jayalalitha and Karunanidhi, any judgment on this case will obviously have a bearing or a deep impact on Tamil Nadu's politics. You see, whether we like it or not, today Tamil Nadu politics is on a vacuum. So everyone is closely monitoring and watching the developments in the Karnataka High Court.
Right. Mr. Mani, thanks a lot for joining us there from Chennai. Interesting times, definitely, as far as Tamil Nadu politics is concerned, especially as we near the elections there in that state. Now, in a tragic incident taking place in Puducherry, 3 sisters committed suicide by jumping into the sea. In fact, 2 more sisters who attempted suicide were rescued. This came a week after the Supreme Court had ordered the eviction of the family from the Aurobindo Ashram in Puducherry. The case had been going on in different courts since 2002.
I want the trustees to give an undertaking, written undertaking for me and my 4 other elder sisters that food, shelter, clothing, medical, all facilities should be given back to us. Trial is pending. Let them wait for the outcome of the trial. Then the case can be decided.
Joining me with more details is my colleague Shisha Reddy from Chennai. Shisha, an extreme step to resort to extremely sad story coming there from Puducherry. Was it essentially because the legal verdict had gone against the family?
Well, that's right. So this is a clear case of, because they had filed a case in 2004. Remember, this case goes back to, 12 years back in 2002. First, when they were living in the Aurobindo Ashram, that's when the entire thing unfolded. They had leveled serious charges against a lot of inmates in the Sri Aurobindo Ashram itself. And that's when this Women's Commission came to know that these all cases were false, they filed a court, case at the Madras High Court. And then when Madras High Court did not, give a judgment in favor of these sisters, they went to the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court said they cannot continue to stay in the premises after making such allegations, which came out to be false allegations, in fact. So that is when these sisters took an extreme step, which is seen as a very quite unfortunate incident in Puducherry, which has sent shockwaves to people living in the Aurobindo Ashram, because those are the people who came under the scanner for all these serious allegations that were leveled against them. Sudhir.
Right, Shisha, finally, would there be any kind of rethink on behalf of the Aurobindo Ashram as far as the other family members are concerned, given that this huge tragedy has struck the family?
So they're very unlikely, because they are seven members in the family. They are from Bihar, and they have been staying in the premises for almost 12 years. And after making serious allegations in terms of sexual abuse, and having them inside the premises is not what Aurobindo Ashram wants them. That is why they had moved to the High Court. And we did see what happened later from the entire case unfolded to Supreme Court asking them to leave the premises. So it's very unlikely that Aurobindo Ashram will perhaps take some sort of a step to let these sisters and the other family members to stay in the ashram.
Absolutely. A very tragic story coming there from Puducherry. Shisha Reddy, thanks a lot for joining us with all those details from Chennai. Now, if your family owns land in Tullur area of Guntur district of Andhra Pradesh and you are a boy of marriageable age, you are in demand in the marriage market thanks to the land boom in and around the new capital region of Andhra Pradesh. In fact, families of girls realize that such boys are the new millionaires in town. Ratika Sharma reports from Guntur.
Shamla Devi has a son of marriageable age. The family owns 8 acres of land. The icing on the cake is that the land is located in Tullur in Guntur district, which is at the heart of the capital region of the new state of Andhra Pradesh. No wonder she is being pursued by families for a match with her son.
వాళ్ళే వస్తున్నారు ఇస్తామని మేమే ఇప్పుడే కాదులే అంటున్నాం కొంచెం ఏమన్నా ఇస్తారేమో వాళ్ళు చూస్తున్నాం.
Naveen Kumar got married last week, but he took his time to select the girl for him. With land rates in Tullur shooting the roof, he admits he was in demand.
आजकल तो उसके हिसाब से तो बहुत ज़्यादा ही हो रहे हैं. पहले तो इतना ज़मीन का रेट नहीं था. आजकल रेट बढ़ते ही दुनिया भर के लड़कियों के माँ बाप जो आके देख रहे हैं.
Shishadri's family owns 1 acre of land. In monetary terms, it is worth 1.62 crore rupees. Up from few lakh rupees, it would have sold for before the area was selected as the capital. This has meant the boys who do not even have a stable income are in demand in the marriage market.
అని అనకముందండి ఇక్కడ 5 ఎకరాల పొలం ఉన్నా గానీ ఎక్కువ ఉద్యోగస్తులకి లేకపోతే పని ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి ఎక్కువ లైక్ చేసేవాళ్ళు. ఒకసారిగా రాజధాని అనే పాటికి పొలం ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి బాగా స్కోప్ వచ్చింది. రీసెంట్ గా మా ఫ్రెండ్ అంటే చౌదరీస్ వాళ్ళు హిందీ.
Though getting a boy from Tullur as the son-in-law is now a status symbol, it also means shelling out more dowry. Up from rupees 2 lakhs a year to about 20 to 30 lakh rupees now. Clearly, Andhra's capital is bringing in capital aplenty into homes of the people of Tullur. With Ratnika Sharma in Guntur, Bureau Report, Headlines Today.